might want to read the lyrics to the Kinks song, Lola. Kind of underlying message there, maybe dating. Anyway, that's kind of an inside, that's probably even more inside joke than the Game of Thrones thing. So, but Google the lyrics to Lola by the Kinks. You guys can have a laugh to yourself. So, coming up next, here from Indonesia, the company is called Project Shoe, and Anissa Putri is going to be presenting. Take it away, Anissa. Thank you.
Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Anissa Putri. You may call me Anissa. Hi, good evening judges. I will be presenting Project Shoe. So, when we're trying to find the right pair of shoes, it's like finding the right one to accompany your journey. You have to be sure everything is in one package. It doesn't always have to be about the look. It is also about the comfort. Talking about the comfort, it's beyond the quality itself. It has to be something that fulfills your needs. When I decided to start this business, because I often imagine my perfect pair of shoes, you don't always get what you want, but what happens if you could have what you exactly want? Have you ever fit it into your own world? Please, allow me to introduce you to Project Shoe. Project Shoe is a fashion e-commerce business that let customers design and purchase their self-designed shoes. Well, the process is very easy. With a few clicks, the customers can have their dream shoes. So, to all the judges, let's have a look at the real product. So please have a look on demonstration. So this is how the homepage looks like. You can start by choosing design your own shoes button. And there will appear 12 base models. You have to choose one of the base models. So let's say I choose the heel of sorts. You can also change the toe. So I choose the big toe. Project Shoe has 170 choices of material. We got Italian pony hair, we got real leather, and we got mica, and many others. So I'm going to make edgy colorful shoes. So I choose yellow neon for front part, and I choose neon pink color for body part. Now I'm done with colors and materials. So you can also choose the different types of heels. We got spikes heels, we got mica heels, and others. So you can change the height of heels. Well, I love high heels very much, so I choose the 15 centimeter. So this is the best part. You can put many selection of accessories. We got 20 additional selection of accessory. Project Shoe has millions possibility of designs. Well, after you finish the design and the payment, you just have to wait from 2 until 4 weeks at your doorstep with free worldwide shipping. The price product range starts from 200 until 450 US dollar. So for operations, Indonesia may not be the cheapest region to produce shoes, but it is one of the best. As well as you know, many brands like H&M, Zara also made their production in Indonesia. And we have experience from our shoemakers 30 years. The management and production is everything else is under one roof. Talking about the shoes market, the global shoes market is always emerging, which gives us a big opportunity. We are going to penetrate into these 8 countries. The total market worth of shoe e-commerce from these 8 countries is around 9 billion US dollar, which they have more willingness to pay more. So this is our business model. We produce shoes based on the transactions, and we are just-in-time production. We only produce shoes by the order, and we can make a lower inventory budget. That's why we can have high margin products. Project Shoe is a deliberate less commercial promotion, but most intimate market approach. That's why our promotion will try to win the heart of the customers. In order to ensure the success of the business, Project Shoe involves some of the most credible professionals. As well as myself, I am Anissa Putri, the CEO of Project Shoe. I have experience in advertising industry such as Sachi Lab and Hapuhodo. And we have Aryo and Aryo Tejo as the CFO in the corner. and he's the managing partner of Grupan. And we have Fami Azteca as fashion director. She had experience for shoe business more than 6 years. And we have Fajar Budi Prasetyo as the IT advisor. Honestly, the IT advisor has sold his company to Yahoo back in 2008. And now he runs his software company. It's called House. Our total seed investment needed is 496,000 US dollar. Why you should invest in Project Shoe? Because we have global market compatibility, we have high margin products, and we have low cost production and operations, and we have brand powers. Project Shoe is seeking to deliver what the market wants. Therefore, you will be investing in the product that market will consume. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And generally speaking, regarding shoes e-commerce, maybe there is a risk of a high return rate, and how do you overcome this issue? Yeah, return rate of shoes is very high, right? Yeah, so I have invested in several e-commerce companies which sell actually shoes, but they always suffer from the high rate of return, because because the size doesn't match or design is not what I sold or something like that, and so consumers always return the shoes, yeah, right? So how do you overcome?
So what we are trying to do is we'll work to some of the influencers from these 8 countries, and we are trying to recommend it by, our brand is slightly expensive, but we are trying to compete with, like Tory Burch and Jimmy Choo. So we got the positioning, and we can compare. This is the quality is quite good, and we have a value proposition also.
Yeah. I think so. You don't answer to my question, but yeah, I'm asking about maybe return rate. Returning a shoes, yeah.
Oh, return.
Yeah. So shoes is a bit sensitive, product, right? Because if you buy shoes which doesn't fit to your feet, so you want to return, right? So
yeah.
How do you handle it?
Okay. We also have the services. It's called return guarantee. If the shoes doesn't fit, it can return also, and you can reimburse in near shoe shop and give it to us.
Yeah, I understand what you said, but basically, your shoes is basically handmade, shoes, right? And how much is the percentage of your margin? I mean, so maybe. Basically, you don't charge to consumers for returning your shoes, right? So can you make a profit?
Okay, so the reason why we're doing the free worldwide shipping and we have the return policy is because we have a very high margin. So we mentioned that we sell like $140, let's say. Actually, our cost is $50. But if we're talking about apple to apple, if I want to make some shoes like this in the States, it costs $600. That's what I heard. So some people might think it's an expensive product, but it's still considerably okay. So they probably doesn't know that we have high margin because we use the margin to cover all the costs, and the return and the customer acquisition costs and other costs that occurs.
So currently, do you have any assumption about return rate?
The return rate.
Yeah. Do you have an assumption for that?
Yeah, but usually the market standard for return for e-commerce is 5%, around 5%.
Yeah, that's average about e-commerce, but
yes.
How about shoes?
Yeah, for shoes maybe slightly higher, because of the problem with shoes is the shoe size, right? Yeah. But how do we outcome this? Is we give them options like, we give you the gel pad. If it's like too big for you, just put on the gel pad. If it's like too small for you, instead of returning it to us, you can just go to your shoe repair, repair around you. They can make your shoes bigger, and they can just, hey, here's the bill for the shoes enlargement thing, and we'll reimburse it. It's a lot cheaper than they return it to us.
Okay.
For me, I mean, this is a business model for the customized apparel platform that's done over and over again. And I think in many ways, you have a really great chance to kind of jump the curve and really capitalize on the market. But I think in many ways you have to invest heavily in tech. Something that, for me, the UX, the UI that you showed me, that's not tech. You know, I could pay a guy $200 and he'll make it with like flying bunnies. So, but what I'd like is, for example, if you could invest in things like image matching technology, because sometimes people know exactly what they want, but a lot of times people don't know what the hell they want, or they want a Me-Too product. As in, I want a shoe that looks like a Bali shoe, but I want it just a cheaper price and also fit to me, right? Also, if you could have things like a database that you could carry, where you're, actually this is a very good point about return ratio, right? You could ask the person, what are you wearing right now? Well, I'm wearing Charles & Keith's size 9, right? And if you have a database for that fit for a size 9, you could feed that back to your customized maker and actually make the actual shoe as a size 9 to actually precipitously drop the return ratio. So the basic machine learning process of refining a platform and a service should be unilateral. This should happen also to your business, not only a cloud platform business. So if you can actually put that into your processes, I think you really have a chance to make something big.
I think one of the fun parts about this type of business is that you can rapidly test the price points. You talked about high margins, you talked about the sexy high margins that you can get. You could actually start spending a bit of internet marketing to the markets that you want to sell to, and then ask them to pre-order a shoe that they would want, right? And see, have you guys done any of that testing already?
No, not yet. Actually, we're still under close beta. Supposedly next week. Okay,
because that'd be exciting to test how far you can stretch this high margin idea. Now, I'm not a huge expert in high heels, right? And how much high heels cost. But if you're say selling to the US and you talked about comparing, like become your own Jimmy Choo kind of thing, maybe $140 is maybe too low. Maybe you want to price it higher to give the illusion of value, and maybe you don't sacrifice as much of volume, and that stuff's going to be fun. Because I don't know whether this is going to be a high volume game, or it's whether or not stretch the brand kind of game, so you can charge people more for the shoe. But it's easy for you to test. I think that's really good.
I sort of agree with this comment, and one more thing is that I realized that during the past 10 years, I realized that customers are very lazy. So it seems nice to give a lot of options, but most of the customers don't want that. So because you didn't start delivering yet, I think it would be very good for you to find an optimized version of personalization rather than just giving too much freedom. That's my one tip.
Thank you. All right, thank you, judges.
Terrific, thank you. Excellent feedback from the judges. Great presentation. I have to apologize and correct myself. From Global Brain, it's actually Suzuki-san up here. My mistake. I apologize. He's going to be speaking later, but moving right along, you guys.